May I remind you that trading is risky and not suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, please stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Welcome to QuantBox Daily. Hello, my babies. Today is Wednesday, March 8th. How y'all doing? So, a little bit of movement in the dollar, hey? We'll take a look at it now. What is QuantBox? First of all, QuantBox is the tool that's going to help you make sure that you're not on the wrong side of the trade. Yesterday, we spoke about how for example, Aussie USD is bearish and how you should only buy it if you get a higher high, higher low, and how if you're going to trade against the fundamental bias, you're in for a rough time. Well, what if you didn't have QuantBox? Would you have a fundamental bias? No. You'd probably have to collect a whole bunch of data on a weekend, spend hours putting spreadsheets together, making sure the information's verified and accurate, and then they suddenly change it's just a ridiculous thing. What you need is this tool here. It's all the fundamental tools you could possibly need, possibly want. It gives you a fundamental bias. All you then have to do is be disciplined enough to match that up with a technical analysis, and suddenly, voila, you're in the winning seat. A 1 week trial is just $7.90. So here it is, this beautiful dashboard. Look how gorgeous she is. And you got a whole bunch of good things. One of the things we normally use is market heat map. Okay. You look at the top pairs, look at the bottom pairs. There's your pairs, friends. And you can then match that up with your fundamental bias under these tabs. Have a look and see if you're up and you're at a bearish bias. Well, then you're looking for a sell. What was interesting yesterday is we had Kiwi dollar, which was up, and it was bearish. So you could have been paying attention to that the entire day. However, what I was speaking about yesterday was the fact we're inside this range. Let's look at this. Let's go to Aussie USD. Now, the bias on the dollar pairs is still what it was. You can see here, euro dollar, strong sell, pound dollar, strong sell. USD CAD, strong buy. Aussie USD, strong sell. Kiwi dollar, sell. Okay. So we can see here, let me just clear this out. What we've got over here is, so this is the H1. Let me just do this quickly, daily pivots. So you've got, let's look and see here. If there's a strange noise in the background, please excuse me. So there's just someone busy spraying something in the background. So what you have over here is you've got this range. We spoke about this yesterday. And over here, you've got this range, right? Now, over here, price didn't pull back to the bottom of the range. We're sitting over here yesterday, and I still said to you guys, like, yeah, I know price at the M2. I know that that's a M2 to M4 possibility, but the bias is bearish. And if you're going to trade in the opposite direction of the bias, then you're likely to have problems. But what I did say to you is, I did say, like, if you're going to pay attention to a break out of this range, make sure you're paying attention to higher highs and higher lows, or to lower lows and lower highs. Okay. Now we can do that on the H4 time frame or the daily time frame. And we still spoke about how pivot points yesterday, like these pivot points are not representative of the true volatility because we were ranging. The price could absolutely break out. There you go, done and dusted. Now the thing is, though, that we're interested in trading trends. Okay. So if you didn't get this trade yesterday, don't worry about it. What you're looking for now is looking for a pullback. Now, what happens down here is very important to you. Let's ignore the position for a moment, okay? Let's pay attention to the price action. What you're paying attention to is resistance. I know we're completely out of position, but that's okay. We absolutely can go lower down, but we also can go higher up, okay? We've got price hasn't tested that, price hasn't tested that, and now we're all the way down here, okay? You're paying attention to what's going down here in terms of, like, does price come up, come down, make a higher low, and then continue up? Or does price come up into resistance, i.e., you got pivot points S2, R3, moving average 21. You got the bottom of the range as well. You got a couple of levels of resistance. And again, you got your fundamental bias, which says Aussie USD is bearish, okay? But when you sell, if you get the opportunity to sell at resistance, you're absolutely paying attention to, is price bearish? Which means when price closes at resistance, looking at lower time frames, you're confirming bearishness on those lower time frames, okay? So you can clearly see where your resistance is. Get rid of this. You can clearly see where resistance is. Okay. So act accordingly. Let's take a look at the next pair. And what I can do now is I can leave this on the 4-hour time frame. I don't need to worry about the daily time frame anymore. I can leave this over here, and now I can pay attention to price coming up to resistance. Euro USD, still sort of sitting in this range. Okay. All right. Well, You can see there, not the most amazing situation. Definitely doesn't look the same as the previous pair we looked at. Okay, so then just like skip go. Don't collect $200. On the pound dollar, you see prices broken out, stunning. So you're doing the same thing now as we spoke about on the Aussie USD. There's the bottom of your range. Whatever, you can just like do it like that if you want. Okay, and you're looking for price to pull back to resistance. Now you are at a profit taking zone, so you got to be honest with yourself. If price comes off of here, is there profit taking place? If price comes off here and goes up into a resistance level and you're going to sell that, be aware of the fact you're selling after profit taking has taken place. You might not get the desired results you're looking for. Pay attention to what's happening down here in terms of price making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, if price closes at resistance, make sure you verify that lower time frame. Cool. We can now keep pound dollar on the H4 chart as well. Kiwi CAD, sorry, my apologies. Kiwi dollar, you can see there also breakout. It's the exact same strategy, friends. You've got resistance over here. Okay. Also profit taking zone. It's also one of the situations where if price comes off of this, is profit taking place. But if price closes at resistance, just verify lower time frame. 21, resistance over here. Okay. You're looking for that pullback. Okay. Just verify it if it happens. USD CAD has broken out. Same story, different version. All of them are true. You're looking for that pullback. You can see here, there's the range, 21. You're waiting for that pullback. Again, make sure you don't make a lower high here. When price gets to support, make sure you verify lower time frames. Okay. USD ZAR. Wow, look at that. Okay. So you broke through the top of the range. And you're now looking for that higher low. Again, profit taking zone. If you're seeing a profit taking zone and you're deciding that you want to rather look for opportunities to do counter trend trades, make sure you verify that price is going in the opposite direction. So, for example, in this situation here, you need a lower low, lower high. Okay, be that on the M15, the H1, you need to see a lower low, lower high. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't see a lower low, lower high and price comes down to support, verify that lower time frames. And 21 role reversal, you got various levels of support. Okay, just make sure that if you buy, price is bullish. Price comes down to support, verify lower time frames. Okay, you are at profit taking zones on all of these. Be very careful. The yens. Aussie yen is coming through neutral. CAD yen is coming through neutral. Euro yen is coming through sell. Let's take a look at Euro yen. Okay, you can see still stuck inside a range. Did we get an opportunity to sell yesterday? I still spoke to you guys about taking opportunity over there. Did you get the lower low, lower high? We're still trapped in the range. You can see we did not get a lower low, lower high. Look how price broke out. It didn't return back to the bottom of the range. Then price broke through the bottom of the range over here. So you would not have sold that. Okay. You're still sitting inside the range. You're still waiting for price to break out of that range. Pound yen is neutral, and Kiwi yen is still a buy. Let's take a look. Pound yen is neutral. We leave pound yen alone. If it's neutral, it's strong versus strong or weak versus weak. We don't want that. Now look what happened yesterday. We still drew the support. I still said I don't like this trade. I don't like the structure of this trade. I'm not going to do anything with this. But if you absolutely had to, you could look for higher highs and higher lows. Look at that. You see how we didn't get any. Right? I think we were over here yesterday. When was this? 8:59. Yeah. We were sort of like saying, oh, that's right. I remember now. We were saying that price, if you're going to buy this, as we said, it's like a price come off support. If you're going to buy this, you're waiting for a higher high, higher low. Look at what happened. You never got the higher high, higher low, so you never bought this. And what happened? You didn't lose money. Now you can see the volatility on this chart is terrible, which is why I said yesterday, I'm not interested in trading that. Now, what you can do is go through all of the cross currencies that your cross currencies are, have a look at their bias, or you can simply go to the score chart summary and say, okay, let's just see what's going on. And you can see a strong buy, those are your neutrals, those are your sells, those are your strong sells. Go look at the charts. You want to remember, if you're trading, you ultimately want to be trading in the direction of a trend somewhere. So if you've got price at resistance on a higher time frame, do you have lower lows and lower highs on lower time frames? Or vice versa. If you've got price at support in a higher time frame, do you have higher highs and higher lows on lower time frames? Okay? Gorgeous. Match them up in the same way I've done. Okay? But today, pay careful attention to those dollar pairs. Okay? Don't feel bad if you didn't get into the trade yesterday. And just like if you traded against the bias and you bought without confirmation of bullishness, well, you've learned the lesson. Remember how I always say, stay disciplined, stay patient, stay liquid. Have an amazing day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.